let's turn a box of plastic parts into a little diorama. Absolute box of pure fun. 1978 when this came out, and look at it still. Lovely. So stay with us and I'll show you exactly how I built it and how much fun I had doing it. Right, first off, before we get too diving, I've just noticed it, we've got sprue A11 and sprue A12, and it's showing you there, that's sprue A, that's sprue B. First off, that what we would call sprue A is marked as sprue C, which you can see there. Oh, make it that way, that's easier. That's marked sprue C, and that one, which was meant to be sprue B, hasn't even got a number on it, to where I can see. So I will be very careful, very careful if you get it. Just watch what you're doing, that's all. It's simple enough, I suppose. That's A and that's B, but just be careful, it's revell. Some of these parts are quite tight on the sprue to the actual where they're connected, so I'm using my favourite nippers, but you've got to be a bit careful getting them off, to be honest, because it does get tight as you're getting them in. As you can see, it's usual Tamiya extra thin. The kit's a really old kit, as well, but they're fitting together half decently, these parts, and there's a nice little bit of detail on them, or it seems to be. Oh, put that right way, that's better. Them smoke discharges on the side, they were a pain to glue on. They're that tiny, and you've got to get them facing kind of the right way, otherwise they're going to look a bit daft. This is the gun mantlet. It just sticks over. Pretty simple. The gun barrel at the end's flat. There's no hole, so carefully, I say carefully, but just like try to drill it out or whatever. I ain't got a drill bit small enough that I actually got in, so that's why I just use blade bit there. It should make it look a bit better. These are the mudguards, side skirts on it. They just go on easily enough, and all of the kit's really quick, simple. I mean, I'm putting this together in no time at all. That's what I like about these little kits like this. You can easily whip them together. And you can see I put this in like that, and I'm just test fitting wheels, see how they are, and like that. You can even still turn wheel. Lovely. Although, putting them in when you're trying to get them in place and hold them in, they are a little bit wobbly. I took the actual wheel off so I could paint it after. Well, that was my idea anyway. Make it a bit easier. And then when I realised I'd fitted wheels, I saw then after the suspension, but I think I should have done the suspension first. But it went in easy enough. It's not a problem. The top weren't the most perfect fit. It weren't far off. There is a couple of little pins to hold it in place, as in to where you need to be. But I don't know if mine were a little bit distorted in shape. You just had to keep making sure you kept it all pressed together. Otherwise it tended to try to peel apart, as you can see there on that side. Took a bit of pressure, but it did it in the end. Just a storage boxes now there. You get a couple on each side. Easy enough fitted. Same with these little tools and all of that you're putting around on it. They're easy enough, just put on. Just place them in and then just put a bit of glue around it. But all of these, they are really tiny, I'm telling you. I made a mistake here. I should have put the front grille and the lights on first. It doesn't tell you to, but I should have done. Because when you come to put the grille on and then the lights on it after, the light kind of catches where that fuel tank is. But the other side is telling you to do it after you've done the grille. So, well, not grille, bumper. It's a bumper bar, that. But, yeah, it's not too bad. There you go, you see, it's easy to put on, but like I say, it's easier to put the lights on the grill without them there. That's it. And the actual diorama pieces here, there's 3 main ones, big ones. It's got 2 footpath pieces and a road piece. It's not special, it's easy enough, you just glue it together like this. There. It's got that all loop road as well, so breaks up the road a bit. Bit of Mr. Surfacer Black. I'm glad I've got this back now, Mr. Surfacer Black. I have to tell you, it's my favourite. Love it. This is a, I think it's Tamiya. I'm sure it is. It's Tamiya's. Is it sand 2 or dark sand? I think it is, or whatever. Dark yellow. Now in the kit you only get 2 pots of paint, but they're expecting you to leave the kit unpainted. So you're just painting the brown and the greens. But yeah, it's a simple enough one to do. These, you're just spraying like lines more than anything. It is very small though, at 1/76 scale. It's the really tiny lines you actually spraying. They're probably too big, as in wide, for one in real life. But yeah, you do the best you can with the scale you're playing with. I'm trying to spray the brown as it shows you on the kit. It's like both sides of the green, and it seems to be going alright. In some places it goes off on its own, it's not just following green, the camouflage with it, but I don't know. They didn't want to spray very well either, the brown that you got. It's not the greatest. In hindsight, I wish I'd have picked a different, got the Tamiya art or whatever it is, some red brown, anything than that. Bit of a couple of different greys here from Tamiya. There's a light grey, neutral grey. I think I might even have had another one as well that I dry brushed a bit on afterwards. But I've just sprayed down where crack sections are in this one. I think this is the darker grey. And in all honesty, I did all of this and there weren't a great deal of difference when you saw it. This is the lighter in the middle one now. This is the light grey. Once it had all dried, it wasn't near enough exactly the same. It's a good job of doing a pin wash on it because that brought it all out fantastic. But yeah, it weren't too bad. It looks nice in all honesty, especially as you're spraying it like this. You can see there it looks quite good now. You're getting a good bit done. Whoop! She's off on a journey. Yeah, it's not too bad. Sprays well. That's what I like about Tamiya paint. You can't beat it. Spray absolutely lovely. Just see there. I've not had to clean tape. I'm not messing. This is just Vallejo black. I have got some Tamiya actual rubber colour one, rubber black, but it's a paint to paint with brush. It's brilliant when I'm spraying it. Decals with a bit of microsol, bit of microset after as well. It's fantastic stuff. I'm starting to use it more instead of Mr. Mark. I like my Mr. Mark for my thick decals. For these thin ones, because these were thin, you really need a more delicate type of decal solution. In my view, that is. You just wipe off any excess with cotton bud. It's easy enough done. Putting my wheels on now, and I found out afterwards, but the tyres, should I say, it's a bit of a tight fit getting them in there once the actual hubs and that are already in place. It's doable, but you do have to squeeze it in a little bit. And see there, look. Got to be careful and all that you don't break the actual parts as you're pushing them in, because they are a bit fragile, the parts at the back of the hub. But yeah, for figures, I've done the usual spray down front top with spray black, then just spray down front top with a bit of a light grey, and then just painting them in just like the field grey, and just touching up with any small details like that. I always try and mix up the colours a little bit if I can, but they're only tiny figures, these. They really, really are tiny. I mean, you can tell, well, look at it, it's not much bigger than my thumbnail. But they're a little joy to paint and do, actually, because you can actually see their expressions on the faces and everything. They're pretty good. It's pin wash. Just doing it down here, just on, mainly on that pavement and into the road where it's got that crater. That's the main reason for doing pin wash. Get them cracks in footpath highlighted, and at the same time gain it on kit as well. I've got a gloss on it. You can see why it's quite glossy, the actual kit, so that I can actually get most of this pin wash off without worrying too much. And it's a good coat of gloss. I've learnt my mistake from my provost I did. If you hadn't seen that video, have a look. I made a right mess of it, personally. But then again, I am quite happy with it now. It's done and dusted. But there, you just wipe off the excess. It's actually bringing the brown, the green and the sand colour together a lot better once you've got this pin wash on. And I'm just putting a flat mat now over everything. Oh, don't forget my street lamp that I put on there. I don't know if that's really to proper scale or not, because I don't know. And it's in the middle of the footpath. I don't think they'd put it there, but I'm just gluing these on with a bit of super glue. You can see that flat mat though now. It makes it really nice, crisp looking. I do like it. It's my favourite. Winsor Newton. You've probably heard me say it a million times. You've just got to hold figures a couple of seconds, as you can see, just until glue goes off. Lovely. Right, I'm at the end of this build. And I'm not going to glue her on. I'm just going to place her, because you can move her into different positions if you want. But there is my final reveal of this beautiful little puma. Can't believe it's come out as nice as it has. In 1978 this was done. Crikey. I was 6 years old. I've probably even built one in the past when I was little, I just can't remember. So I did that many kits when I was young. We're about 10 years old I think I was when I started modelling around that. But look at that. Oh. It might be a bit expensive to pick one up now for what you get as in the size of the kit. In all honesty it is. You don't get a lot of plastic for your money. But it is a really enjoyable little kit. I think you need more paints. They give you 2 paints. These 2. Sorry. There they are. They just give you 2. They're telling you to use the plastic itself as the colour as well for the third. And I do really think you need more than 2. I mean, it shows you on the box that painted black and grey and everything. So, but yeah, you won't go amiss picking one of these up just for the nostalgia part and just having a little bit of fun doing a kit, especially from the age when this was first done. Absolutely beautiful little kit. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. I really would be grateful. It helps my channel out a lot. And I'll see you around for the next one.